Today, Zulfiqar Zaidi will be delivering his first icebreaker, and the topic of his speech is nostalgia. Over to you, TM Zulfiqar Zaidi.
So nostalgia has been described as many things. Most of them good. Bittersweet, memorable, safe place, want to go again, cherish, bring back the past, a feeling of pleasure, peppered with sadness. The list is endless. Opinions and diagnosis why we experience nostalgia are just about as varied as answers to some of these erstwhile questions. Why am I losing my head? What is the difference between in-laws and outlaws? Why are dogs more loyal than cats? So, uh, but before I digress irrevocably, I must return to my topic. It is easy to jog our memories, to think about triggers for nostalgia. And notorious in the list is the affinity for old songs. So the moment we hear a blast from the past, it floods our memories with a rush, and we're reminded of so much. And at the same time, it sparks the frontal lobe in our brain as well as the cerebellum. Don't worry, I googled. I am not a brain scientist. So back to the triggers. What other triggers are there? So you're driving down an old neighborhood and memories come to you. You catch up with an old friend who you've not been in touch with for some time, and you get to hear good things. And then thirdly, there is also that addictive group splurge of recounting memories. All of that are some small examples of what can trigger nostalgia. Use of hallucinogens isn't entirely off the table, but it entirely depends on your mood and what you fancy. Hazy recollections, indistinguishable between fact and fiction, is a topic of consequence that I'd love to talk about some other day. So once triggered, nostalgic thoughts begin to settle in, and then begins a spiral of descent into your subconscious, opening up vaults of precious memories that are so blissfully predictable that we want to fall in love with them all over again. Even if the end is not quite like we would have liked to script it. So getting beaten up for seeking thrills in the wrong neighborhood, or that damning verdict when the relationship ended with the most toxic lines history will ever know, and anthropologists will talk about. We can continue to be friends. Or that escaping the policeman's wild clutching while you slam your motorcycle into a fruit vendor's cart trying to avoid it. Or that summer, at that winter glow where you're enjoying the day and suddenly you find out that you have two flat tires and no spare in the trunk. That, my friends, is all a quick glimpse of what nostalgia can do to us. And it's a place which is so miraculously accommodating. It's a rabbit hole that we want to camp there forever. And some of my contemporaries would remember that song from Ali Haider. It's called Purani Jeans. And I'm sure he had just returned from that rabbit hole when he came up with that song. That reminds me of a cool memory that I once had. I once decided to accompany my extended family, in-laws, on a train journey to Karachi. I was brave then. I was on a mission to ensure that my brother-in-law got married. But that didn't quite as end as I would have liked to script it. But honestly, that one is for a good therapy session. I don't want to go into too much detail. So the bigger question really is, why are we attracted to the past so much? I have a theory. And while that theory may be rooted deeply in popular literature and may border on plagiarism, please forgive me for that. But the theory is that as humans, we crave certainty. We want our lives to unfold from events documented in a neatly folded script, which is available in our wallets, in our purses, that we refer to, that we believe in, and that we find solace in. That is until some event in life either mildly rocks us or wildly shocks us. And then we are rudely awakened to the fact that not everything is in the script. That, my friends, is a very forlorn moment when we find ourselves grasping to hold on to something and regain our balance. And we are tempted to shred that script away. But do we really? Thank you, Ghostbusters.